My grandmother's story. In the quiet moments of my life, I often find myself thinking about my grandmother. She isn't here anymore, but her presence is still vivid in my heart. Her love was a constant, unchanging force, and even now I feel its warmth surrounding me. My grandmother had a timeless beauty, an elegance that shone through her every action. No matter what mischief I got into, she never scolded me. Instead, she enveloped me in a bubble of unconditional love. Her patience seemed infinite. She took me everywhere, to the bustling market, to her quiet meetings, and to the serene cathedral where she found solace. She was my sanctuary in a world that often felt overwhelming. My parents were always busy, caught up in the whirlwind of their work, but my grandmother was my steady anchor. She took care of me with a tenderness that felt like a soft, protective blanket, shielding me from the harshness of the world. When I left for Canada to study, it was my grandmother whom I called most frequently. Her voice was a lifeline, a connection to the familiar comfort of home. Whenever I returned, the first thing I did was rush to her house. I would hug her tightly, feeling the strength of her love in her frail arms. It was as if time stood still in those moments, and everything was right in the world. The call about her death came when I was in the military. It was a cold, gray day, and the news hit me like a punch to the gut. I remember sitting on the bus to the funeral home, tears streaming down my face, unable to contain the grief that engulfed me. Each mile brought me closer to a world without her, a reality I wasn't ready to face. At the funeral, as I stood by her casket, a flood of memories washed over me. I saw her smile, heard her laughter, and felt the warmth of her embrace. In that moment, I realized that she was not truly gone. Her love had woven itself into the very fabric of my being, and as long as I remembered her, she would live on. This realization brought me a strange kind of peace. The fear of death no longer haunted me. Instead, I felt a quiet assurance that when my time came, she would be there waiting for me. I could almost picture her, running out to greet me barefoot, her arms open wide for a welcoming hug. It was a comforting thought, one that made the idea of dying feel less like an end and more like a reunion. In her absence, I strive to live a life that would make her proud. I carry her wisdom and her wishes in my heart. Whenever I am faced with a difficult decision, I think of her and imagine what she would say. Her lovely voice still echoes in my ears, guiding me, comforting me. Her love is my moral compass, steering me away from paths that would disappoint her. I often find myself whispering a silent promise to her, vowing to uphold the values she instilled in me. Even though she is no longer here to hold my hand, her presence is a constant reminder that I am never truly alone. My grandmother's story is a tale of enduring love and unwavering support. It's a story that transcends the boundaries of life and death, a story that continues to shape my existence. In the quiet moments, when the world feels too loud and too fast, I close my eyes and think of her. I feel her love wash over me, and I am reminded that she is always with me, a silent guardian watching over my every step. And so, I move forward, carrying her memory with me, finding strength in the love that she gave so freely. Her life was a beacon of light in my darkest hours, and her story is the foundation upon which I build my own. In every act of kindness, in every moment of gratitude, I honor her legacy. In the end, my grandmother's story is not just a part of my past. It is a living, breathing part of my present, and it will continue to shape my future. Her love is a testament to the power of human connection, a reminder that even in death, we are never truly apart from those we cherish. So, I tell her story not with sadness, but with a heart full of gratitude. For in her life, she gave me the greatest gift of all, a love that endures beyond time, a love that guides me through every joy and every sorrow, a love that is eternal.